Quick Link Construction. No job too big, no job too small. Just call us 914-665-0106. 914-665-0106. We have the experience. Quick Link Construction.
Honey, you know, I just get a call from Mama again. She told me she haven't received the barrel as yet. Which shipping company did you use to send it off?
Last year, no. I want to do now.
You say, honey, you know you drink too much. I bet definitely your mother you'd have used the right company.
Simpson Shipping Enterprise. Weekly sailing to all destinations. In Jamaica, they go to Kingston and Montego Bay. Also ship to Europe and South America, East Africa, New Zealand, and Australia. We offer door-to-door service to Jamaica, Guyana, and England. Simpson Shipping Enterprise, 17 Mount Vernon Avenue, New York. Telephone 914-663-9216 or 914-663-9218.
Yeah, go on like a yeah, mama. You feel me, mama? I'm going to tell you something. You used to Simpson Shipping? Then go Jamaica, Kingston, and Montego Bay, all over the Caribbean Islands.
Hello, Kevin. You ever hear about Index Universal Life?
No, why not?
Well, we all know saving for a rainy day is good, but if you really want to get the most out of your saving, here's an account called IUL, Index Universal Life.
So, how this work? How we can get such an account?
An Index Universal Life account is offered by insurance companies and will give you more benefits than any other place where you can save.
Yeah man, okay, sounds good. But how it work?
By saving $1 a month monthly in the Index Universal Life account, you can get excellent growth on your money, safety of your funds, tax advantages when you're ready to withdraw, and with every Index Universal Life account, you will have life insurance that pays out money for qualified illnesses as well as death benefits to your family in case of death.
Yo, that's a lot of information. And I wasn't writing.
No worries, man. For more information or to start an Index Universal Life account, call 718-772-7679 and ask for Ione. Remember, call Ione at 718-772-7679 and ask about the Index Universal Life account.
Okay, got it. Call 718-772-7679.
Yeah, man. Call Ione 718-772-7679. Ask about the Index Universal Life account.
Caterers Fresh Healthy Food is the hottest food spot in the Bronx. Stop by 3048 Fenton Avenue and pick up the tastiest vegetarian chicken and seafood meals, rasta pasta, soups, wraps, salads, and specialty dishes. And to cool your taste buds, order delicious natural juices and smoothies. Call Icon Caterers now for your catering events at 347-843-8320. That's 347-843-8320. Or visit us at www.iconcaterers.com or drop by 3048 Fenton Avenue for fresh, healthy food. Yeah. Thursday. Pinch yourselves, everyone. It is Thursday. I'm feeling good. How about you? It has been a hectic week, but we made it, didn't we? Thursday. Winding down to this coming weekend. What do you have planned? What's going on? Good evening, everyone. I am Lady D. Denise Gomez, your producer and presenter of the most informative show called Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Inside the Zone is a culture-centric radio program that connects the Jamaican diaspora and international audiences globally. The show's content captures its people's social, cultural, and collective views on issues that affect their communities: family, health, finance, education, immigration, housing, and food security. On Mondays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Linkage Radio in Mount Vernon, New York. Welcome to another edition of Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Thank you for joining me. Today's program is brought to you by Icon Caterers, 3048 Fenton Avenue in the Bronx. Fresh, healthy food. And is broadcast on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM, Touch FM Radio 90.1, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, www.caribbeanvibesradio.com, and Inside the Zone YouTube channel. In this evening's program, I feature Inspirational Zone, where we get our praise on with inspirational gospel music. And by the way, it is my Calypso Music Thursday. Right after News Zone, a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. Fast facts this evening. Facts about food waste. We waste food in this country. Mail Zone, your emails are my priority, comes up at 7 p.m. And from the subject line, how could she? How could she? Don't forget to check out my hashtags for the show. ITZ Center Stage, hashtag Host Lady D, hashtag ITZ Radio, hashtag Entertainment, hashtag Music, hashtag Radio, hashtag Jamaican Lady D. Email me insidethezonelyc@gmail.com. That is insidethezonelyc@gmail.com. And on Facebook, Lady D Denise Gomez. My business page, Inside of the Zone. I'm also on Instagram, Lady D Denise Gomez. I got a great show lined up for you until 8 p.m. Did I tell you that Linkage Radio is your budding and buzzing station 24/7, 365 days for the year? I am a Jamaican woman with a show that has a Caribbean theme that features people across the Caribbean and the world. Let's get the show underway, 23 minutes after 6 o'clock. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. A very special good evening to my sponsor, Icon Caterers, fresh, healthy food. Order online, iconcaterers.com. Call them 347-843-8320. It's time for us to get our praise on. Let's clap our hands, stomp our feet. It's my Calypso Music Thursday. And of course, I give you a bit of that in my segment that's coming up now. Yes. We're going to get our praise on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
The voice of Emerald Henry.
Whoa.
Mustard seed.
Tell them it is over. This battle is over. Tell them it is over. This battle is over. Yeah. I've got faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. I got faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Yeah. Don't ever tell me that I can't make it. Nah. Don't ever tell me that I can't do this. Nah. Don't ever tell me that God can't kill me. Nah. Don't ever tell me that God can't see me through. Cause we can move the mountain. We can move the mountain. I want you to know. We can move the mountain. We can move the mountain. I want you to know. I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Yeah. Faith like a mustard seed. Whoa. Don't never tell me that I can't rise again. Don't never tell me that God can't heal the pain. Don't never tell me that God can't break the chains. Don't never tell me that God won't rule again. We can move the mountain. We can move the mountain. I want you to know. We can move the mountain. We can move the mountain. I want you to know. I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Faith. They can move the mountains. They can move the mountains. I want you to know. They can move the mountains. They can move the mountains. I want you to know. I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. I got faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them it is over. Tell them it is over. Yeah. This battle is over. Yeah. Tell them it is over. Oh, I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them it is over. Tell them it is over. This battle is
Wow. Emerald was at our annual event or big event in the Bronx called Fun in the Sun about 3 years ago or so, and he was awesome. So thank you, Emerald. I love it. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Center Stage. If you're joining me for the very first time, welcome to the show. We're broadcasting on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM, CaribbeanVibesRadio.com, Touch FM Radio 90.1, and of course on my YouTube channel, Inside the Zone with Lady D. Want to say hi to my YouTubers who are popping in, and don't forget to share my YouTube channel with someone you know and say, hey, Lady D's on. And guess what? It's Center Stage this evening, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. At 7:30 p.m. this evening in Center Stage, Real Yard and Foreign Link Up in partnership with Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency and New Testament Temple Church of God presents Pop-Up Shop on Saturday, April 23rd, this coming Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And joining me this evening at 7:30, Dr. Karen Dunkley, Director of Global Jamaica Diaspora Council Northeast, Nadia Teep, CEO of Integrated Diaspora Services, IDS, Lawman Lynch, State Chair, New York Northeast Global Jamaica Council, Donovan Longmore, State Co-Chair in Connecticut of the Northeast Global Jamaica Council. We'll be having a conversation about Pop-Up Shop, and the venue is at my church, New Testament Temple, Church of God in the Bronx. I'd remind you that the show is brought to you by Icon Caterers. Yes, fresh, healthy food. They're located at 3048 Fenton Avenue. Did you know that they're the best catering company around? If you want a seafood fest, rasta pasta, soups, tacos, wraps, vegetarian chicken meals, wings, specialty dishes, chop suey, fish meals, and of course, just call them and say, hey, guess what? I'm hosting an event and I'd like you to cater just for me. 347-843-8320, 6:30 p.m. Time signal brought to you by Icon Caterers. Welcome, everyone, to the show. It's now time for News Zone, a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, April 21, 2022. Arrival figures are indicating that this winter season, closing at the end of April, is going to see in excess of a 70% recovery in tourism for Jamaica. That's the word from Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett. Inclusive of cruise passengers, he says Jamaica is looking at just under 1 million visitors and earnings of about $1.5 billion.
But that's not enough, because I have to tell you a little more. Summer is now tending, and the bookings for summer is looking better than 2019. That is pre-COVID.
Minister Bartlett was addressing yesterday's groundbreaking for Rio's 7th hotel in Jamaica, the 753-room Rio Aquarelle. To build on the rate at which Jamaica's tourism industry is recovering from the devastating COVID-19 fallout, the minister is set to leave the island with a team this Friday to start a mega marketing campaign across the world. The first stop is in the United Kingdom this weekend, where he will join Culture Minister Olivia Grange in promoting activities to mark Jamaica's 60th anniversary of independence. The tourism team will move on to New York to stimulate travel from the U.S. northeastern seaboard, inclusive of New Jersey, Connecticut, extending to Boston.
And then we leave from there and we hit the new market of the Middle East. We're meeting with all the mega airlines. We're meeting with Emirates. We're meeting with Etihad. We're meeting with Qatar. We're meeting with Saudi. And we're going over to Riyadh as well to meet with KGAG, which is their big aviation company. They want to open 225 new gateways, and we want Jamaica to be in that.
The itinerary also includes a meeting with representatives of Royal Jordanian Airlines, as a plan is being rolled out to establish Jamaica as the hub for the Middle Eastern market in the Caribbean and the Americas. With breaks in between, the marketing tour will also go on to Africa, Canada, Europe, and Latin America. At the end of the Global Marketing Blitz in October, Minister Bartlett expects to have agreements signed for an additional 8,000 new hotel rooms in Jamaica. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, will be providing financial resources to upgrade designated public beaches for the enjoyment of Jamaicans. He says, where applicable, each beach will receive changing areas and restrooms, perimeter fencing, parking, children's play areas, seating, walkways, electricity, and sewage treatment facilities. The Prime Minister reported that 3 beaches have benefited from these enhancements thus far, with several more being targeted.
we hope to at least have one in every parish to ensure that our people can have the free access, benefit, and use of what is theirs.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony for the Rio Aquarelle Resort in northern Trelawney. The new resort is set for completion in 2023. Another 3 major fire stations are slated to be officially opened this year. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie made the disclosure at the recent opening of the Jamaica Fire Brigade Station in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. The other stations being built under the Jamaica Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project are the Montego Bay Fire Station, located on Barnett Street, the Yallis Fire Station in St. Thomas, and the Port Maria facility in St. Mary.
We're going to be turning our attention to Ulster Spring in short order. And then we're going to be moving to Balaclava. We are going to conclude the arrangements for Papine.
Entities will now find it easier to register as cooperatives and friendly societies as the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies, DCFS, has officially launched its online registration and monitoring system. Minister of State in the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Norman Dunn, says the project aims to reduce the delays faced in completing registration, as well as to improve data management and reporting and strengthen the department's capacity to develop social organizations.
The ease of registration that will come as a result of the online system frees up the technical team significantly so that they can refocus their energies and to engage with the social organizations that they are registered with at DCFS.
The initiative was supported by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. It will modernize the way the DCFS does business with its more than 500 Provident societies, 158 cooperative societies, and the 442 societies registered under the Friendly Societies Act. The Ministry of Health and Wellness says the Omicron BA.2 variant of COVID-19 is now confirmed to be in Jamaica. In a statement earlier today, the ministry says the latest gene sequencing results from the National Influenza Center at the University Hospital of the West Indies finds that the BA.1 variant remains the dominant strain, but 2 samples tested positive for the newer BA.2 variant. 89 samples were tested between January 1 and March 4, 98.9% of them Omicron variants and 1.1% Delta variant. Of the Omicron samples, 2 of the 88, or 2.3%, were BA.2 variant and 97.7% were BA.1 variant. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, the BA.2 variant is the dominant strain globally, with the type of illness associated with this variant being similar to the BA.1 variant. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa McKenzie is cautioning that while the majority of cases appear to be mild, this is a highly transmissible variant which may result in an increase in number of COVID-19 cases. This puts persons with comorbidities at greater risk for contracting the virus and developing severe illness, while persons who have mild or no symptoms may be at risk for developing long COVID. Dr. Bisesa McKenzie is urging members of the public to continue practicing infection prevention and control measures, including the wearing of masks, hand washing, physical distancing, and staying home if you are sick. Persons are also encouraged to visit any of the over 200 vaccination centers across the island and give themselves greater protection from the worst effects of COVID. And finally, the National Meteorological Service has discontinued the flash flood warning that was in effect for the island since Tuesday. The trough that caused major flooding in sections of Jamaica is expected to remain in the vicinity of the island for the next few days. Periods of showers and thunderstorms are anticipated across parts of most parishes during the afternoons. From Tuesday's rainfall, the search is still ongoing for one individual that was reported missing. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
That was a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. This evening's feature is Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. It's my soca music Thursday. So intermittently, I do have a little stuff going on just for you. Want to say hi to the crew over there at Icon Caterers. It's now 6:38 p.m. and I'd like to welcome everyone tuning in. I want to say hi to my very young people, my old, my middle in age, and those who think that they'll always be around forever, not going anyplace, like Eddie, who will always be in the crib and never leaving. Welcome, everyone. I want to say hi also to Mr. Hines and the crew, who I love to say keep it going right throughout the afternoon here on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. And it's now some more music for you. How about that? Yeah, I think so too. So let me take this back a little bit for you, because it's my soca music Thursday. That's what I'm talking about, you know. You know, I like to give a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's not about me. It's about you.
Well,
Soca Music Thursday. Happening. 6:44 p.m.
All week you walking, girl, I want to know if you is a robot or they put you so.
Coming up, Fast Facts
Stopping for a break at all.
about food waste.
When you collapse and fall.
Taking it down, 6:45 p.m. Welcome, everyone. I'll get back to some more music a little later on. 914-600-4228. That is the number to the Linkage radio station. Where are we based? In Mount Vernon, New York. What is my name? Lady D, Denise Gomez. I'd like to say hi to my YouTubers who are keeping my company this evening. Hi to you, and you. Let's get into our fast facts this evening, shall we? Yes, about food waste. Roughly 1/3 of the food produced that is intended for human consumption every year, around 1.3 billion tons and valued at $1 trillion US, is wasted or lost. This is enough to feed 3 billion people. Food waste ends up wasting a quarter of our water supply in the form of uneaten food. That's equated to $172 billion in wasted water. Taking into account of all the resources used to grow food, food waste uses up to 21% of fresh water, 19% of our fertilizers, 18% of our cropland, and 21% of our landfill volume. The water used to produce the food washed could be used by 9 billion people around 200 liters per person per day. Imagine that. The food currently wasted in Europe could feed 200 million people, in Latin America 300 million people, and in Africa 3 million people. Annual per capita waste by consumers is between 95 to 115 kilograms a year for Europeans and North Americans, might I add emphasis right there, while in the South and Southeastern Asia, it is 6 to 11 kilograms. Amazing. Food loss and waste accounts for about 4.5 gigatons of greenhouse gas emissions annually. If food loss was a country, it would be the third largest greenhouse gas emitter behind China and the U.S. Developed and developing countries waste or lose roughly the same amount of food every year, at 670 and 630 million tons, respectively. Around 88 million tons of this is in the EU alone. Breaking it down by food group, losses and waste per year are roughly 30% for cereals, 40 to 50% for root crops and fruit and vegetables, 20% for oilseed and meat and dairy, and 35% for fish. If 25% of the food currently being lost or wasted globally was saved, it would be enough to feed 870 million people around the world. By mid-century, the world population will hit 9 billion people. By then, food production must be increased by 70% from today's levels to meet this demand. Food losses translate into lost income for farmers and higher prices for consumers, giving us an economic incentive to reduce food waste. In developing countries, 40% of losses occur at the post-harvest and processing stages, while in developed countries, more than 40% of losses occur at the retail and consumer levels. At the retail level, large quantities of food are wasted because of an emphasis on appearance. In fact, half of all produce is thrown away in the U.S. because it is deemed too ugly to eat. This amounts to 60 million tons of fruits and vegetables, an area larger than China, and 25% of the world's fresh water supply is used to grow food that is never eaten. In China, more than 35 million tons of food, equivalent to about 6% of the country's total food production, are lost or wasted in the country annually. The food loss primarily occurs in restaurants and households as Chinese culture sees host order more food rather than less to show hospitality to their guests. And finally, the UN's Sustainable Development Goals aims to have per capita global food waste at the retail and consumer level and reduce food losses along production and supply chains, including post-harvest losses. 10 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock. Information guaranteed right here on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Today is Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Where am I from? I'm Jamaican. Yes, I am. Where are you from? Hey, how are you? Give me a call, 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. Time signal brought to you by Icon Caterers. Icon Caterers, fresh, healthy food, is the hottest food spot in the Bronx. Stop by 3048 Fenton Avenue and pick up the tastiest vegetarian chicken and seafood meals, rasta pasta, soups, wraps, salads, and specialty dishes. And to cool your taste buds, order delicious natural juices and smoothies. Call Icon Caterers now for your catering events at 347-843-8320. That's 347-843-8320. Or visit us at www.iconcaterers.com or drop by 3048 Fenton Avenue for fresh, healthy food.
Give praise, children. Give praise. Give praise, children. Yeah. Give praise. Give praise, children. Yeah. Give praise. Give praise, children. Oh, Father, who has given us this heart so that we can all feel like we're a part of this earthly heaven. Forgive us this day our daily weakness as we seek to cast our mortal burdens on your city. Oh, merciful Father, in this bacchanal season when men lose their reason, but most of us just wonder, wine and have a good time, 'cause we're looking for a life.
Calypso Music Thursday. Are you just joining me? Welcome to the show.
And as we jump up and down in this crazy town, send us some music for some healing. Everybody hand raise. Everybody give praise. Everybody hand raise. Oh, let Jah be praised.
5 minutes to 7 o'clock. At 7 p.m. Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. What's in my inbox? Stick and stay.
Everybody come and celebrate. See the ragamuffin congregate. Everybody come and celebrate. And everybody sing, eh, 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 eh. I love my country. But let me hear you sing, eh, 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 eh. I'm feeling irate. Eh, 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 eh. I love my country. But let me hear you sing, eh, 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 eh. I'm feeling irate. Eh, 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 eh. I love my country. But let me hear you say, oh, eh, 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 eh. I'm feeling irate. Eh, 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 eh. I love my country. Eh, 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 eh. I'm feeling irate.
3 minutes to 7 o'clock. Did you love that? High Mass, of course. It's my Soca Music Thursday at 7 p.m. That's coming up right now. Mail Zone, your emails are my priority. How could she? You're going to be hearing about that at 7:30 p.m. in my center stage feature, Real Yard and Foreign Link Up. In partnership with Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency and New Testament Temple Church of God, presents Pop-Up Shop on Saturday, April 23rd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. My guest this evening will be Dr. Karen Dunkley, Director of Global Jamaica Diaspora Council Northeast, Nadia Teep, CEO of Integrated Diaspora Services, that's IDS, Lorman Lynch, State Chair, New York Northeast Global Jamaica Council, and Donovan Longmore, State Co-Chair, up there in Connecticut, of the Northeast Global Jamaica Council. And Donovan is also tuned in to my YouTube channel. So thank you for joining, Donovan. It's a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to having a really enlightening conversation with you and your team this evening, because my church venue is going to be buzzing this coming Saturday. A lot going on here in the Northeast section of the Bronx. That's what I say. 2 minutes and counting to 7 o'clock. Icon Caterers, fresh, healthy food. Now, they offer catering services. And did you know you can get your own chef? Yep, your chef can come to you, and cater for you, of course. So I would like you to support them. I enjoy their food. Can I tell you? Pastor Glad is always purchasing, and then I got my own. And they do have Seafood Fest. You know, I'm a non-meat person, right? So I am into seafood heavily. And you can get your lobster, shrimp, smoked sausages, and crab legs if you want to just step into the restaurant and purchase, right? If you want to walk in and say, hey, I hear Lady D talking about you, and I say, I need to come check you out. 3048 Fenton Avenue in the Bronx. And you can also go on their website, visit their website, www.iconcaterers.com, and call man, ask for Leon, and he will take it away, or his very capable staff. Have you tried the specialty dishes? Oven roasted oxtail, sweet pimento, curry goat, pineapple black pepper steak. I wish I could eat all of these things. I'm sure they taste good. You go make your purchase and come back and tell me. Say, hey, Lady D, I heard the specialty dishes, and I went. Catering is what they do. Give them a call. Say you heard it right here on the show, Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. What time is it? It's now time for Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. righty, you know how we do on a Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Welcome, everyone. Those of you who are just joining me and you're not sure what Mail Zone is, well, it's a segment where I share letters that I sent to my email inside of the zone nyc@gmail.com, where people share their stories with me, relationships, you name it, they do it. Let's check our inbox and see what's going on over there. Aha, we have a mail. Popped right in. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. This is an engaging segment in which I share the letter and you will share your thoughts and give an advice. That's what we do here on the show. How could she? Let's get into it. Dear Lady D, I'll get straight to the point. My husband and I are married for 3 years. When we met, he was very receptive to the fact that I had 2 children from a previous relationship. My youngest was born with Down syndrome, and he has been very good with her. 2 weeks ago, we went to visit his parents in Georgia. When we got to their house, my daughter ran to greet his mother. I noticed that she was not welcoming, and I decided I would speak to my husband about it. Later that night, as we prepared for bed, I heard people downstairs. As I walked down the stairs, I overheard hushed voices. I strained my ears to hear what they were talking about. Lady D, believe you me, my husband was talking with his mother about my daughter. His mother asked him why he married me with my ugly picnic. He told her that he thought he could not have done otherwise because he was already in too deep in the relationship and that he was trying really hard. My heart dropped. I tiptoed back up the stairs and went to bed. I was disappointed in my husband. After hearing his explanation, I am left to believe he really does not love my daughter as he claims. I'm so frustrated. She's a loving and beautiful little girl and loves him a lot. How should I handle this? 4 minutes after 7 o'clock, the line is open for you. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. How would you have handled this? Would you have approached him already? Would you have shared your thoughts rather than holding it in? What say you? Most of us know about Down syndrome. There is a distinct feature. It doesn't matter what nationality, they look the same way because that's how the syndrome, the physical characteristic of the syndrome, that's how it looks. Let me hear your thoughts. I'd like to talk to you. My first caller this evening, good evening. Welcome to Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. How are you?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Oh.
Hello?
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
You're calling the wrong number, sir? I suspect that. All righty. 914-600-4228. Let me hear from you. What are your thoughts? Because for his mom to have said that about, even if she think it, you know, we all know we're human beings. We will think things that we will never speak. But you're talking about your son who is now married to this woman, and the child has Down syndrome. It's not the child's fault. Good evening. Welcome. How are you? Welcome to Mail Zone. Okay. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. what would you do? Let me hear from you. I go back to my perfect combination.
So deep inside we share a feeling that's so rare, so sweet, just knowing that we are a special pair.
Good evening. Welcome. How are you? Hello? Hello, hello. Nine 914-600-4228. Let me see if there's a challenge with my telephone line, but I don't think so. 914-600-4228.
We can conquer any mountain, baby, just as long as we're together. 'Cause it's one, we are an endless fountain, overflowing with love. Perfect love.
Let's see what's going on. Good evening.
Yes, that response was quite shocking.
I am telling you. How are you, MS? Good evening.
Good evening, not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a very strange response that the stepchildren of this lady would react like that and make comments like that. That is very strange.
That's the mother. So, again, I'm not sure if it's very strange because we're all very strange people. We're unique in how we see people. And I remember, MS talking to a friend of mine. Her son has autism. They live in Jamaica. And she admitted that if there is something, if there is a physical characteristic about a person, you will either stare, you may even laugh. Because people have laughed at people when I was growing up, people who had no control over how they looked, how they walked. Because we were not as sensitive. You would laugh and carry on by it. But when you're talking about a young child, right, I think that is the part that has thrown us a bit.
Yeah, that kind of expression is just way out, really. Really surprised at that kind of response, though.
And the mother, because when they send me emails, right, they share their story, and I look at it, but they always give me little footnotes. And what she says is that during the time when they were dating and everything, the children meet the parents and everybody look happy and stuff. But I guess it was all pretense, including husband.
Yeah.
What a mess. It's not nice.
Yeah.
No, but so what would your suggestion be to recommendation be to her? Because she hasn't come out and told him what she has heard, and it's 2 weeks now.
Oh boy, I don't even know what to say to her, because if two people get together, they get to know each other for a period. Family get involved where they also get to know this person with their children, and then after they get married, now all of a sudden the ugly picture turns up. Then what do you do at this point? You don't even know what to say to them.
I know. It's very, very sad. So she's holding that in, and I'm sure she's carrying out all her duties and stuff, but have him up in her heart pretty much.
Yeah, it's difficult to help to guide this lady now, because there's a learning period where you get to know each other. Families get to know each other, and then after they are married, all of this, you don't know where to go with it at this point.
But I believe she should sit her husband down and tell him what she heard.
Yeah. That I think might be the right way to go along, because if she has all this information and don't say anything to him, then it even gets worse.
Of course.
So maybe they need to sit down and have a talk.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I thank you always for sharing.
Good, okay.
All righty. Thank you so much. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. What's your take? Can you believe it? Her mother-in-law, asked her son why he married me with my ugly picnic, all because the child has Down syndrome. Oh my goodness. How are you? Welcome to Mail Zone. Good evening.
Queen.
Yes, King. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Well, knowing who I am, me I just stand right there and listen, and then me just take my time, walk down the stairs and finish the conversation and say, this is how you all see. It's just in a calm way. She don't need to get mad, but she need to sit the mother with this one, because seems like a mama's boy and mama's you say the women need to learn a lesson. Don't take up no mama's boy.
Okay.
Because if you and your mother never have this thing going, she could have never passed such a remarks about the woman picnic, no matter who. To me, when it comes down to a kid is a kid. A kid have no control of that kid coming to this world.
Not at all.
And it is nobody's place to pass no judgment or criticism on a kid, especially with a defect. I know you make the picnic. But if I was like her, me need to sit with the mother and him. They need to make some decision, but me need to be involved in the decision making, and they would really have to make a decision.
I agree with you, Ryan.
It's not fair for her to live with this at this time. And that's what kills you. This person have been pretending. So all what was being said all these years just been thrown back at you as now. I really never mean you nothing. I was just wanting to please your ears.
Yeah.
All she can do, sit down with them, have a conversation, and if she needs to move on, take her baby and move on. Because she can't give that baby to nobody. That baby is her baby, and that baby is going to be as her baby as long as she lives.
Yes.
So she can find another man, she can find more friends, but she will never can be able to swap out her baby. So do everything in the best of her child. No man.
Thank you, King Ryan.
All right.
Alrighty. 914-600-4228. Who is on the line? Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay. 914-600-4228. Do you have a suggestion for her? A recommendation? What say you? Here is this woman's mother-in-law asking her son how come she married this woman with this ugly picnic, all because the child has Down syndrome. Now the thing is, the wife has not yet, it's 2 weeks past, and she has not told her husband what she overheard between her husband and his mother having that kind of conversation. Oh Lord. Let me hear who else has some kind of a input. Let me hear. 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. And her letter was very short. She says she's just getting to the point, very blunt, not saying another word except that she went home and hasn't said a word to the man. No, I don't know how long I could do that for, though. Welcome to you, my caller. It's Mail Zone. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the husband should tell the lady what he feel about the child, because maybe never want the child in a relationship with the woman he want.
Well, it would be kind of strange for him to say that to her now. She needs to tell him what she overheard, wouldn't you say?
Hello?
Hold on a moment, please.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I have another caller. Hold your thought. Go ahead, sir. You were saying?
No.
No, hold on. Hold on.
To the program and
yes. Hello. Hold on. I'm talking to another person, so just hold your thought. Hold your thought. I'm still talking to the other caller, so just hold on a moment. Okay? Don't hang up. Just hold on. Go ahead. You were saying, sir?
Yes, lady.
Mm-hmm.
I think the man, he never to want the woman. I just woman, he want in the first beginning when he married and to the woman, and the woman was saying about this little kid.
Mm-hmm.
He should have deal with it. He should deal with it. If he love the woman, love the kid too.
Yes. I agree.
You know what I mean?
Patrick, this sounds like Patrick
guy, Patrick guy.
Patrick, I'm listening. I'm like, this sounds like Patrick, so. Yes, I'm so glad to hear you, Patrick. Yes. Okay. Oh, somebody has their radio on. Can you turn your radio down, please? Oh, Lord, we have a lot going on. Somebody's radio is on. Turn down your radio, turn it off.
I just came up from Jamaica.
Okay. All right, Patrick, hold on. I have to call order here. Somebody's radio is on. Alrighty. Oh, dear. Ladies and gentlemen, please be reminded whenever you're calling the radio station, I know you might think, oh, it's not going to affect us, but it does, because we do get a feedback. Turn your radio off or very, very low, so I can't hear the delay that's going on in the background, and it becomes confusing. And I have to maintain that kind of order to keep the production nice and clear. Okay, but you may call me back. I just have a few minutes before 7:30, before my upcoming segment. 914-600-4228. You can call me back if you like. 914-600-4228. But keep your radios turned off. So Patrick was saying that he believes the man should open up and tell his wife how he feels. I don't know if that's forthcoming, because she didn't know that he felt that he was in so deep already that he ended up just marrying her. We don't know all of that now.
Always brand new. Right from the jump, we had a hunch that we had everything. Perfect combination. Love lost you and me. A perfect combination. We couldn't ask for any better. Perfect combination. We fit to a team. A perfect combination. With all it takes to last forever. Together.
It's so nice to hear Patrick. Did you know Patrick know me from I was 7 years old? Yeah. Out of Penance, Clarendon. You all know I went to Clarendon when I was 7 years old. That was the best thing they did for me. 21 minutes after 7 o'clock.
And heaven knows this love will grow stronger every day.
And let me stop on by my YouTube channel because they're having their conversation in here as always. So, alrighty, Jackie. Let's see. Andrea says too many people pretend in relationships. That's true, Princess. Welcome to Inside the Zone. It's center stage today, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Brought to you courtesy of Icon Caterers. Order online, iconcaterers.com. 3048 Fenton Avenue in the Bronx. Give them a call, 347-843-8320. Do you need catering services? Well, I tell you. They're all over the place. I talked to Leon. He's here, there, everywhere. He'll come to you gladly. Anywhere you are. Want to say hi to the crew over there at Icon Caterers this evening. It's a good Thursday. You're joining me. Coming up at 7:30 p.m., Real Yard and Foreign link up in partnership with Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency and New Testament Temple Church of God. That's the place I worship at. Yes, presents Pop-Up Shop. What is that all about? This coming Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. My guests will be joining me, and you'll hear the details. If you'd like to share your story with me so I can, bring it to my audience, the experts. The audience are the experts. Did you know that? Yes, they're the experts. I tell you, they're the experts. They can diagnose the case for you. They can diagnose the case for you, man, and tell you what you need to know. So email me insidethezone@gmail.com. insidethezone@gmail.com. Yes. Good evening. How are you? Hello.
Yes, lady. I'm listening to your program, and I kind of grew up in a different culture. My parents were Rastafarian, so certain things you never get involved in, because our father and our grandfather taught us that we was kings. We never really take cow and calf or other. Everybody will have a different opinion, but that's just something that we wouldn't do. But my opinion is that was doomed from before it even started. Because if you're going to take on a ready-made family, you'd have to get your mother and other people involved so that they could know what the situation is, so that later on she don't find out and get the type of criticism that he made. That wouldn't happen to me because, we never grew up that way. Any woman we go in touch, we going to be the first one. Because it come from biblical time. When we say the first one, if she may have kids, it's going to have to be our kids. You know what I mean? Because if you look back from a great lineage from kings come right back, nobody don't have no other DNA on them throne. You have to have your kid on your throne. So, that's just how we grew up. But I noticed the world changing, everybody different. Men take on other people, kids, women take on other people. And, I grew up seeing, in a lot of cases, it don't work out too well. People will defend whatever if it worked for them. But, most of the guys that I grew up with, I never see it work for them. You know what I mean? So it's something that I think we're doing from the start. Well, they should bring the family together and let them know let his mother know what he was doing and, the kid that he was taking up. So she shouldn't make that criticism, because that criticism don't sound too good, regardless. You know what I mean?
So if I may share with you that while they were dating, the parents, everybody met the children. Everybody received them. They went over as often as possible. and they got married. So it's not like they didn't know the children. Not like they never saw this child who has Down syndrome.
Okay, I'm wondering if maybe it was too overwhelming for him. Never deal with that type of situation before, you know?
Well, what he admitted to his mother, which had he had the guts to do so before they decided to get married and say, hey, I as much as I love your daughter, I don't think I can do this. He went and plunged headlong into it. And it's during that sidebar conversation that he's having with his mother, his wife overheard. So he's there 3 years into this marriage and just not comfortable that, here is this child. There are 2 children, no mention of the other child, but it's because they went on a weekend and the child, knowing like grandma, runs up and greets her, but she observed that the grandmother just wasn't as receptive as, well, she used to pretend to be. And that was it. She overheard her husband and her mother talking, and the husband is saying, oh, well, he was in too deep and just didn't think he couldn't do it and just marry. What is that?
It's a tough one, and but basically, at the end of the day, if it can't work, everybody just go east and go west. It's not the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's not a tough call.
It's not a tough call. It's not a tough call. It's just that when children become attached, because you tend to think of your children first. Yes, they, in our culture, when something goes wrong, whether it's death, broken relationship or something, you're taught that, you should just brush it off and keep moving. And you don't get a chance to heal. We just know about keeping it moving and leaving and stuff. And you leave, but you leave with that burden in your heart. It's not easy.
Well, in everything is always the kids that suffer, While the elephants play, the grass get trampled.
Mm-hmm.
I lived all my lifetime and see those things.
Yeah.
So it's no easy answer. Even with your own biological kids, those things happen. Mm-hmm. I've seen it, it happened to me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it's one thing I have learned, and I will tell, anybody this. If you have kids with a woman or anything, sometimes some things is unbearable. But even if you're not there, don't go too far. Stay around the corner because those kids don't need you. Mm-hmm. Because I've learned a lot of things in my lifetime where, when you leave your kids with a female, it's not all female really stand up and defend those kids the way they should. Right. Some of them bring in all kind of men on the kids, them and all kind of things. I went through all those things. And it's a good thing I was there, so... Mm-hmm. You can't leave the kids. They are the ones that's gonna suffer. They are the ones that's gonna suffer.
Well, I thank you so much for sharing with me this evening. I appreciate you.
It's not an easy road,
Yes.
But it will come to pass.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks.
It will come to pass. It's just a pity, but it's the way of the world.
It is. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you.
No problem.
All righty. Bye.
Yeah.
It is now 7:30 p.m. I'd like to say hello to everyone tuning in. It's a good day right here on the show, Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Want to big up, let me say big ups to my YouTube channel and to those of you tuning in on Touch FM Radio 90.1, Caribbean Vibes Radio.com, and your host station right here, Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM. We bring you the best in roots, rock, reggae, R&B, disco, gospel, calypso, and a host of other selections aired right here on your budding and buzzing station. Did I tell you that it is? Good evening, welcome, how are you? It's Center Stage. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
I've never been married, and so I can't speak from a place of.
All right. Can you hold on one moment, please? Hold your thought one moment. Do I have a second caller on the line?
Yes, I think I'm the next caller. I don't know.
Okay, so gentlemen, I should be having an interview in a few minutes. So I'd like you to just state your comments very quickly before my guests start calling in.
Okay. John Hines,
Mr. Hines, hold on. Let me just acknowledge our first caller. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. Me, I, or the gentleman?
You. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just saying that I've never been married, so I cannot speak from a place of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
However, my recommendation to the lady, I've heard everybody's point of view, but my recommendation for the lady is that she have a conversation with her husband around the situation.
Yes.
I personally believe that the gentleman was under pressure, wanting to please his mom, and probably thought it was safe to kind of just say that to her, not given the fact that he thought the wife was gone.
I thought the same thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the same thing.
I don't think she's to harbor it. I don't think she's to just hold on to it, but to have that conversation with him and choose a day and evening or while you're in the car. And just mention to him that you overheard his position where the child is concerned.
All right, thank you.
And how do we fix that?
All right, my interview is coming up. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling and sharing. All right, Mr. Hines?
Yes, ma'am.
You have 1 minute.
Where is the father of this child?
She didn't mention. That was a previous relationship. She's now married.
So where is the father?
She did not say.
He has not taken a part in his child's life. Has he run away from the child?
We don't know.
The question should be asked him.
Mm-hmm. We don't know. She's now married. Yes. Thanks, Mr. Hines. All right.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. All righty. So, very valid questions, but no. It's a previous relationship. Clearly, the lady perhaps move on and, just say keep moving. Good evening to you. This looks like Mr. Longmore to me. Hello? 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 All right, he'll have to give me a call back because we do have our interview segment, Real Yard and Foreign Link Up. Good evening, everyone. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. You're tuned into Inside of the Zone with Lady D. Of course, Inside the Zone is the community platform where information is guaranteed. Today's feature is Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And I've been hearing your voice all evening long, keeping my company right here and making the show what it ought to be. It's brought to you by Icon Caterers, fresh, healthy food. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back. And of course, I'm awaiting my callers, so I'm looking forward. Icon Caterers, fresh, healthy food is the hottest food spot in the Bronx. Stop by 3048 Fenton Avenue and pick up the tastiest vegetarian chicken and seafood meals, rasta pasta, soups, wraps, salads, and specialty dishes. And to cool your taste buds, order delicious natural juices and smoothies. Call Icon Caterers now for your catering events at 347-843-8320. That's 347-843-8320. Or visit us at www.iconcaterers.com or drop by 3048 Fenton Avenue for fresh, healthy food. Good evening. Hello.
Hi, how you doing, Lady D?
Good. Donovan or Lawman?
Yes, I have the entire crew. Lawman, Donovan, Dr. Dunkley, and Nordia Tate.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Lady D.
Hey there, Karen. How you been?
Hi, how are you?
I'm
Doing
good.
well, thank you.
Good. Ladies and gentlemen, and Nordia is there, Lawman is there. Okay.
We're here.
Thank you. Everybody there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the segment Real Yard and Foreign Link Up in partnership with Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency and New Testament Temple Church of God. Presents Pop-Up Shop on Saturday, April 23rd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. With me is Dr. Karen Dunkley, Nadia Teep, Loman Lynch, and Donovan Longmore to bring us in the know about this weekend's informative and enlightening event. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my platform, Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you very much for having us.
You're welcome.
Well, Lady D,
Enough respect.
I'm in Connecticut, so I'm just supporting my brothers and sisters in New York. And we did the pop-up shop here before, so they're taking it to New York. So I'll let Nordia Lawman and Dr. Dunkley take it from there. I'll chime in if I have to, but ladies and gents, you guys go ahead.
All right, so who will be presenting first? Lady first?
Ladies first.
I think certainly, Lady D, I will just say a few words and then invite Nordia to say more, because thank you again for having us. Greetings and salutations as always from the Jamaica diaspora, Northeast United States. And Donovan, who's our state chair in Connecticut, is making us know that he was the first one,
Yes. So I realize.
So we're excited to partner with Integrated Diaspora Services to do this yard and foreign link up. I think it's just so wonderful to be able to bring to Jamaicans services, especially what I'm calling those connective services to Jamaica. We often hear the community say, boy, we just wish that we were able to get this done while we are here, especially in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, where we realized it wasn't as simple and as easy to just jump on a plane and to do this and do that. But business still continued and life still went on. And so this pop-up shop by Integrated Diaspora Services, to me, is a perfect example of innovation, of what a visionary can do. And Nordy can talk a little bit more about the exact services that they offer to Jamaicans, whether it's business or driver's license renewal, birth certificates. For me, birth certificates is a big thing. That's a question that we get a lot from members who might need to correct something, or, they can't travel home, but they need the documents.
Mm-hmm.
And so here we have, in a one-stop location, in an innovative way, coming to us to the diaspora, not us going to them, basically from anywhere that you are across the globe. If you work with Nordia and her team, she's able to situate you and get you what you need from Jamaica or to Jamaica to keep business moving. So on that note, I certainly would like to invite Nordia into the conversation. And Lady D, this is perhaps your first time meeting Loman Lynch in this capacity as state chair of New York. As you know, we have a Northeast think tank comprised of members, volunteers, non-partisan, who really are here in service to the country. And Donovan is Connecticut, and Loman Lynch is our newly minted state lead for New York. And so we're excited to welcome him in this capacity for the first time publicly. Thank you.
Welcome, Loman. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it, and we thank you for the work that you've been doing in the community. And I want to take the time to just say that you have one of the most soothing radio voices on the airwaves. I'm sure you've heard that on many occasions. Well, thank you for the work that you have been doing.
Thank you.
In just promoting and highlighting what the diaspora and what Jamaicans are doing. When I lived in Jamaica, we often heard about the Canadian link-up, which was a party, by the way. I'm not sure if it is still happening. But the Canadian link-up, the British link-up, and the U.S. link-up. But this real yard and foreign link-up is really, really needed in this space right about now. And I just congratulate the Integrated Diaspora Services for just forging the partnerships with not only the diaspora movement, but the other organizations to really and truly make this happen for our community. Every service that is being offered, whether in Queens, in the Bronx, or in Brooklyn, it's well needed. it's well needed. I know when I first came here, I lost my driver's license. I misplaced it, and I really wanted it renewed, and I couldn't go back home to get it done right away. And the resources that Nordia is pulling together to ensure that Jamaicans living here can, just tap into those other resources that we need to access back home is just highly commendable. So the New York chapter of the USA Northeast is definitely 150% behind, what Integrated Diaspora Services is doing.
Yes. And it is so well needed. There are many people who, because of lack of information, they have fallen prey to the village lawyers who have totally misinformed them, and in turn they have found themselves in some really, really unfortunate situations. So if they are informed, they are able to make an informed decision. So I guess it's now time for us to hear from Nordia herself.
Hi, Lady D. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, and greetings to, the partners here as well who are making this a possibility. The name of our company is Integrated Diaspora Services, and the Integrated is very instrumental and strategic in that it's not a one-man effort. It's an integrated approach of all the energies, the synergy, and the expertise in our country, both here and abroad, to build our people, and empower our country. And this is just, these pop-ups are a reflection and a manifestation of that thrust, that movement that we really want to start among our people globally, to build each other. So the likes of Jamaica, American International Chamber of Commerce, and Mango Errands, we come together along with the churches, your own,
yes,
and the Jamaica Northeast Diaspora to bring core services right into the heart of where these persons are, because sometimes they can't leave work, or they can't get to come to Jamaica. The trust factor is there, so from the 22nd, which is tomorrow, straight back until Sunday, we were presenting this opportunity in the bars. On the 22nd, we'll be at the door. That's 16307 David Boulevard in Queens. On the 23rd, that's Saturday, we'll be in Bronx. Where is that, Lady D? Where is that?
Right there on Seymour Avenue. Church of God.
Right at Seymour Avenue. Right, and on the 24th, we'll finish in Brooklyn at the Grace Tabernacle at 650 Remsen Avenue. And persons can come out and get their birth certificates, their tax registration numbers. Persons will get assistance with passport renewal, driver's license renewal, open savings accounts, not just savings, but investment accounts. They learn about ways to send money home and strategically send money home. So there is Mango Errands, for example, where persons may use to sending monies, and it doesn't accomplish what you send it to. Mango Errands is designed for you to be strategic and direct. So if you're going to send to buy chicken, you can purchase the chicken and send that code to the person.
Oh.
Right? Persons, yes. So persons can also, for those who are entrepreneurs, we're asking all entrepreneurs to really come out. Share what you do as well. So persons who want help with writing business plans, business formation, registration, whether in the U.S. or in Jamaica, that service is offered as well. Legal matters, those with immigration issues, which are many. Those who want to purchase property, sell their property, property management, land and title matters, those untitled lands. We're asking everyone to come out. Let us help you. It's a great opportunity not to miss.
Not to miss. And it's this coming Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Just to interject there, that's at the door tomorrow. We have been asked to extend the time based on the time that person would normally come in from work on a Friday. So we'll be going up to about 7:38 at the door.
Oh, okay. Very nice. So there are persons who I'm sure while you are open to providing them with this information, a lot of people here have literally lived under the shadow ever since they've been here. From they have landed, they have not done anything. They get a little work, they work, They have not renewed the passport. They have nothing. I mean, nothing. We encounter them from time to time.
Right.
So I hope you're prepared for that set. Who will tell you they are fine?
We actually want those persons to come out. Those are the persons we want to come out who are undocumented, who need to sort out their names from 1901, who have not yet basked in the benefits of having a Jamaican passport. Where you can go to almost over 80 countries in the world. You know, so many benefits. And for those who cuss when they come to Jamaica, that people treat them like foreigners, we can't do any better because you're identified as such.
Right.
You know?
All righty. And
Lady D, may I say one thing? I just want to commend I have to commend New Testament and Good Neighbors. And I hope that you know that the Jamaica Diaspora Northeast, we appreciate the partnership. I hope Reverend Pierce is listening. I hope Antoinette Nelson is listening. But Lady D, you have been such giant partners to the entire diaspora. And the resume and just the history and the legacy of your work, your doctor clinic, you know, your homeless initiative, your soup kitchen initiative, really that has been sustained over years, and that's going to happen with or without the Northeast Diaspora as an organization, because that is at the core of your mission. But we do not take the relationship for granted. It was one phone call, and Antoinette responded, and here we have Nadia tomorrow at one of the locations, being in the Bronx with the church. And so we want for you to know that we're especially grateful and look forward to a continued partnership.
And we so appreciate you because through your partnership here with the Jamaican diaspora, we have had to network with people we've heard of but did not have a chance to engage in any conversation at all. And so we are growing as a result of your input. So we thank you as well, because we are growing leaps and bounds, and there's no what's, ifs, or buts about that. We've extended ourselves far and wide, and we thank you for helping us. So, ladies and gentlemen, pop-up shop, what are your needs? Is it passport renewal? Do you need to renew that little white piece of paper you have called a Jamaican birth certificate that they don't use no more? You know, there are people who still have that, right?
And the red paper, pink one.
There's a pink and then there's a white.
Yes, with a writing, handwriting. Yes.
And of course, your TRN, your driver's license renewal, opening a savings or investments accounts, legal or immigration, real estate, and property, and learn how to securely send money to Jamaica for groceries, construction, and more. Business plan, business formation, webinars. April 22nd in Queens, at the door, 163-07 Blaisley Boulevard, Jamaica, New York. 23rd April in the Bronx, New Testament Temple, Church of God, 3350-56 Seymour Avenue. And finally, April 24 in Brooklyn, Grace Deliverance Tabernacle, 650 Remsen Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Great team. You are spreading the word far and wide, and people need the services. They just need to be encouraged into understanding the importance of having valid documentation, not looking at something that has expired so many years ago and not knowing what to do. So we thank you. Your final comments, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up?
We just want to shout out and express gratitude to the sponsors: Western Union, Grace Kennedy Money Services, JN Money Services, VM Group, VM Wealth Management, CTV, and Allied Real Estate. Power 106 FM, Street High, Clean, Diffie D Marsh, Unique Weekends, and to our partners, a big thank you for making this a possibility and a success, and even more open opportunities to do more for our people and together.
Wow. And Lawman?
Yes, I'm just excited about this initiative. initiative. I thank the Integrated Diaspora Services for putting all these resources together, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic weekend. I can say I had booked, I'd reserved tomorrow and Sunday on my calendar to be there, but knowing that you'll be present in the Bronx, I definitely have to find a way to slip in to the Bronx on Saturday, just to meet you face to face.
Yes.
So definitely,
Sure.
I'm excited about this weekend.
You see all them things though. That's why my name is my name is Lady D. I can pull people. Looking forward to meeting you, Norman and Donovan. You have your final comments, and thank you for extending this invitation so I could have this conversation this evening to empower our community.
Well, that's what it's all about, Lady D. We want to make sure that our community know what's going on right in their own backyard, how they can take care of so many business opportunities back home, and, just to spread the word, like Nordia said, integrated, very powerful word. And we're here, and I'm so grateful to Dr. Dunkley and to Lawman, for just open up their hearts and make sure, okay, it's in their state. So I said, okay, let's do what we have to do to make it work. I'm just here just to support, and that's what the Northeast Diaspora is all about. The think tank members are all in one, and we just do everything to make sure our people are taken care of, and we're servants of our people, and we're willing to go to the distance to make sure that everything is done right, that the T's cross the I's, and all. That the I's and cross the T's. I'll get that mixed up. But nonetheless, we're here to make it happen, and thanks to you, Lady D, for, of course, allowing us on your platform. Really, truly appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me this evening. Real Yard and Foreign link up, that we say. Walk good, everyone.
All right.
Thank you. Walk good.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, Real Yard and Foreign link up in partnership with Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency and New Testament Temple Church of God presents Pop-Up Shop on Saturday, April 23rd at New Testament Temple Church of God, 3350-56 Seymour Avenue. I'm a member of the New Testament Temple Church of God, and we are really doing great work in our Northeast Bronx. Well, I'm winding down. Did I say that? Yes. Could I continue with a little soca music Thursday? I can I? Of course I can.
You are already like a pony one. All day long, having fun. We rockin' all night tonight. We rockin' all night tonight. So relax and take it light. Everything gonna be alright. I don't want no sad news. Me ain't taking no. I don't want no excuse. When I reach, let's go. You hear me? We rockin' all night tonight. We rockin' all night tonight. So relax and take it light. We rockin' all night tonight. Hey.
5 minutes and counting to wrapping up the show. Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. It has been a great evening, hasn't it? I enjoyed myself. I'm sure you did too.
Don't want to pay me no money.
And I'd like to thank Icon Caterers, Fresh Healthy Food, for sponsoring the show today. I appreciate you, Leon. Thank you, and your team. IconCaterers.com, 347-843-8320, 3048 Fenton Avenue, right there in the Bronx. And they are catering specialists. So whatever you need, if you're having a birthday, a wedding party, a house party, an outdoor event, whatever it is, they are available. They can also have, personal chef come on by and whip up something, and just say, my goodness, I never taste something so sweet, food sweets. Give them a call, 347-843-8320. You don't feel like cooking on a Sunday? Call them. Some Sundays I just can't be bothered. And I want to say hi to Pat. Thanks, Lady D, and your guests for an empowering, enlightening, and informational program. Also, to your sponsor for sponsoring this program. Thank you, Pat. Want to say hi to my girl, Brain Box Jackie. And reminding you, this coming Saturday morning at 10 a.m. is Saturday morning runnings. And believe you me, we're coming out with something this Saturday. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, Inside the Zone with Lady D on YouTube, I invite you to do so. You don't know what you're missing on a Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Locks, fun, history, and more. I tell you, Jackie Brainbox Tyson, Maxine Max Poet Lyons, Shernette Mignot Brown, Jennifer Douglas, a.k.a. Miss Jen, and yours truly, Lady D, Denise Gomez. We're a good bunch. And it's so funny. Sharing our stories of the days when we were growing up. Have mercy. Jackie talks about the pig in the bus. Anybody remember that one? So funny. But I'd like to say thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thanks, Donovan, for bringing my guests over this evening for such an informational segment. I like to show off that my weekend begins with you today because I'm not here until Monday, God willing, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. with the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. So I'm so looking forward to being back, sitting in the chair and taking you from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Monday. This has been another feature of Inside the Zone, brought to you by Icon Caterers. Thanks to Touch FM Radio 90.1, Caribbean Vibes Radio.com, and of course your host station right here, Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. As they would tell me when I was a child, because I used to walk about a lot, go from friend to friend to friend yard. After they find me and rough me up, they would tell me, dark yourself home. So I'm going to dark myself home now. And then you won't see me until Monday. So as always, love yourselves, love your children, and remember in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. A lot of love and blessings, everyone. Mwah. I'm out of here.
There are radio stations within the ear. But to this, none can compare. Trying to figure what to think. Because now with us, you're fully linked. Stay linked to Linkage Radio, your home for entertainment.
This station rules the